Hello students, I Shraddha More, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology at St. John College of Engineering and Management, Palghar. I welcome you all to the class of Paradigms and Computer Programming Fundamentals. Before going into the depth of this subject, let us see examination scheme of the subject. You will be having 80 marks theory exam for paradigms and computer programming fundamentals. Also, you will be having computer programming paradigms lab in line with this subject where 25 marks is given for practical and oral and 25 marks for term work. Now, let us see what are the course outcomes for paradigms and computer programming fundamentals. There are total 6 course outcomes based on your syllabus. So let us see one by one. CO1 Understand and compare different programming paradigms. CO2 Understand the object-oriented constructs and use them in program design. CO3 Understand the concept of declarative programming paradigms through functional and logic programming. CO4 Design and develop programs based on declarative programming paradigm using functional and or logic programming. CO5 Understand role of concurrency in parallel and distributed programming. CO6 Understand different application domain for use of scripting languages programming. Let us see overview of syllabus for this course. Prerequisite needed is C programming. So, the first module that we have is Introduction to Programming Paradigm and Core Language Design Issues. In this module, we will learn what is meant by paradigms, what is programming paradigms, what are the different types of programming paradigms, and what are the different language design issues. Next, module 2 will be based on one of the type of paradigm, that is imperative paradigm. So, here we will be studying different concepts related to object-oriented programming paradigm. In the third module, we will see declarative programming paradigm. So here we will have introduction about functional programming. Fourth module focuses on logic programming paradigm. In this, we will learn different logic programming languages. Next, module 5 will include alternative programming paradigm, that is concurrency programming paradigm, where we will learn basic fundamentals of concurrent programming. The sixth module, which will be the last module of your syllabus, mainly focus on scripting languages. So here we will see how to use scripting languages in web development. These are some textbooks, reference books and web links are provided here to study this syllabus. So let's start with our first module, that is Introduction to Programming Paradigms and Core Language Design Issues. In this module, we will be covering 5 subtopics. First one will be Introduction to different programming paradigms, then names, scopes and bindings, scope rules and storage management. Next, type system, type checking, equality testing and assignment. Then subroutines and control abstraction, stack layout, calling sequence, parameter passing. And lastly, we will discuss about generic subroutine and models, where exception handling, coroutines and events. So in today's session, we will start with the first subtopic, that is what is meant by programming paradigms in brief manner. Before moving to the definition of programming paradigm, let's understand what do you mean by paradigm. So basically, paradigm is nothing but way of thinking, or we can say it's a style or way of programming. Also, we can define it's a method to solve some problems or do some task. Now let's come to the point, that is what is meant by programming paradigm. A programming paradigm is a style or way of programming. It is a way to classify programming languages based on their features. It is a method to solve a problem using tools and techniques that are available to us by following some approaches. So basically, it is a blueprint to do something. Now let's understand different type of programming paradigms. So basically, programming paradigms are categorized into main two parts, that is imperative programming paradigm and declarative programming paradigm. Imperative programming paradigms consist of procedural programming paradigm, object-oriented programming paradigm. Declarative programming paradigm consists of logic programming paradigm and functional programming paradigm. Imperative programming paradigm follows parallel processing approach and declarative programming paradigm follows database processing approach. Now let us understand what is difference between imperative and declarative paradigms. The difference between imperative and declarative programming paradigms is related to how a program works versus what a program does. So basically, imperative programming is about how a program works and declarative programming is about what a program does. Now here, how a program works means what are the steps involved in that particular program to achieve our goal. And what a program does means what will be the final output. Now let's understand this difference with the help of real-time example. For example, my goal is to build a house. Now first, I want to build a house imperatively. So what I need to be do here, I have to write sequence of steps to perform my task. So here first I need to build the foundation, then put it into the framework. After that install the utilities, then add the walls, and finally I need to give the finishing touches. So here I have to perform all these steps to achieve my goal, right? So this is nothing but the imperative paradigm approach. Now next we'll see same example how we can do declaratively. So declarative is about what? So here building a house declaratively will include the following steps, that is, I don't care how you build it, but I want a nice fireplace, a lakefront view and a big kitchen. So declarative programming allows you to say I want this and I don't care how I get this. At the another side, imperative programming requires you to define each and every step to do some task. Imperative programming is like how you do something and declarative programming is more like what you do. So the basic difference is what? Declarative programming is a programming paradigms that express the logic of a computation without describing its control flow. But at the another side, imperative programming is a programming paradigm that use statements that change a program's state. So this is a basic difference between imperative and declarative paradigms. In the previous slides, I told you imperative paradigm follows parallel processing approach and declarative paradigms follows database processing approach. Okay, so now let's understand what are those two terminologies, that is parallel processing and database processing. So parallel processing is the processing of program instruction by dividing them among multiple processors. So a parallel processing system consists of many numbers of processors with the objective of running a program in less time by dividing them. So this approach seems to be like divide and conquer. So let us understand what is divide and conquer rule or a method. So basically this rule works by recursively breaking down a problem into two or more sub-problems of the same or related type until this becomes simple enough to be solved directly. And solution to the sub-problems are then combined to give a solution to the original problem. So this is the divide and conquer rule or the method. The examples are C and C++ supports because of some library functions are included in these languages. So these two are the examples of parallel processing approach. Next is database or data-driven programming approach. So basically this approach is followed by declarative programming paradigms. This programming methodology is based on data and its movement. In this, program statements are defined by data rather than hard coding a series of steps. A database program is the heart of a business information system and it provides file creation, data entry, update query and reporting functions. There are several programming languages that are developed mostly for the database application, and one of the well-known programming language is SQL, that is Structural Query Language. It is applied to streams of structured data for filtering, transforming, aggregating or calling other programs. So it has its own wide application. So this is nothing but the database driven programming approach. Now we will see imperative programming paradigm in detail. So in this type of paradigm, main focus is on how to achieve the goal. Here we can use statements to specify actions. Means for performing any task, we need to go step by step. So the paradigm consists of several statements and after execution of all, the result is stored into the memory. Programming languages which are comes under imperative programming paradigms are C programming, Pascal programming and Fortran programming. Next, we will see basic features of this paradigm. It contains variables and iterations. It is easy to implement and it has low memory utilization. There are some drawbacks in this imperative programming paradigms. First is complex problem cannot be solved with this type of paradigm. Next, it is less efficient and less productive. And the last one is parallel programming is not possible with this type of programming paradigm. So this is all about imperative programming paradigm. Next, we will study about object-oriented programming paradigm which falls under imperative programming paradigm. So basically, it revolves around objects and classes. The program is written as a collection of classes and objects which are meant for communication. The main focus is on data but not on the procedure. Here data is immutable, means once you define your data, you cannot able to change your data in this type of programming paradigm. Next, objects may communicate with other through functions. Data and functions are bound in one entity which is called as class. Now, let's see the feature of this paradigm. Data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, these all are OOPS concept which are comes under this type of paradigm. Also, it has some other features like easily debug and modify and handling errors. Means we can easily debug our code and modify it if any errors are occurred during the compilation. Programming languages which are comes under object-oriented programming paradigms are C++, Java, Python and Ruby. Drawback of this paradigm is methods of class are hidden. Let us see next main subtype of paradigm, that is declarative programming paradigm. Here programmer defines what needs to be accomplished by the programmer without defining how it needs to be implemented. So the main focus is on what needs to be achieved instead of instructing how to achieve it. Next, we will study about functional programming paradigm. In this type of programming paradigm, computations are expressed in function. Key principle of this paradigm is the execution of series of mathematical functions. It supports the functional approach to solve the problem. Programming languages which are supporting to this type of paradigms are Haskell programming, Scala programming and JavaScript programming language. Now let's see the main features of this type of paradigm. First one, reusability of functions. It means we can use same function multiple times in the same program, and large number of functions are maintained in this type of paradigm. Next, drawback for this type of paradigm is it consumes large amount of time and memory to store the functions. Next type of paradigm is logic programming paradigm, which includes logic statements that expresses facts and inferences rules about the problem. There is no any step-by-step instruction needed for performing any task. It make use of true and false logical statements. So this type of programming paradigms is basically focuses on logic statement. For example, Alice like everyone who like logic. So from above statement we can infer two logic. The first one will be Alice like logic and the second one will be Alice like himself. We can use Prolog and ALF as a programming languages for this type of paradigms. Drawbacks for logic programming paradigms are slow execution because computations are expressed in mathematical logic. Also, true and false statements cannot solve most of the complex problem. So this is all about programming paradigms and different types of programming paradigms. Thank you. Have a nice day.